Today I'm gonna do reacting to my junior year of college Santa Clara highlights. Shout out league.him that did me this little like edit back in the day. So this should be pretty cool. Okay, right here you can kind of see I caught, bro. I had a lot of things going into the draft about how I wasn't athletic or I kind of lacked athleticism and things like that. But these, like, just playing at a, mid-major, I think a lot of that kind of gets swept under the rug. So like a lot of stuff people didn't get to see and it wasn't really on full display. But bro, that jump got he got a pretty good seat to it. But this was senior night too. This is a really special game. So this was fun. I think we end up winning too. So, and I still dunk now, so there hasn't been much change. I think another thing too that's kind of under the radar is that I played the one at Santa Clara. Sorry, Chet. But I played the one at Santa Clara, and that was kind of big for my development, just kind of learning every position. Played the wing a lot. So when I got into the NBA, there wasn't like this huge adjustment that I had to make in regards to playing like different positions. They're kind of getting used to like playing off the ball, so it actually made it pretty easy as far as offense in the NBA, because guys are so good. It was really easy to like figure out where to space and kind of where to be effective. So yeah, ended up working out pretty well. Oh, that's a dime. A lot of these clips were Gonzaga, man. Oh, they slowed it down for me. This is a good clip just because, hold on, I'm gonna try and go back a little bit. Just like a good like patience clip. Kind of, reading that he's right there, already had probed to kind of get there. JB's doing a good job of sealing Chet the best he can. Obviously he's 7-1, so he's still gonna have some type of effect in the game. But yeah, just kind of knowing that he's trailing. I had shot a couple pull-ups like that all night, so they're kind of jumping on it, kind of able to get him in the air and then, get a little fall away. I think a lot of like our play style was kind of the same at Santa Clara than it was with the Thunder. That is now, like, we like to play fast, kind of get out, set screens, play early, kind of cut when people aren't looking. We call it cutting the quad, which is where number one Los is at. And yeah, just kind of play downhill. I think a lot of that was cool. I got a lot of it, and then obviously just trying to be able to hit the cutter on time and on target. We did a lot of pick and roll. I saw a lot of different coverages throughout like just my college career, being there for so long. Kind of all over the place. Like I was in the post a lot. So I had a lot of different positions, which helped my little transfer into the NBA. Oh, now we got to add. My boy G Will in the corner. But yeah, honestly, it was so easy to kind of play with the Thunder just because like of how we played at Santa Clara. Obviously, there's still that NBA jump and whatnot, but we just played really fast. Like you guys will see us set a lot of these types of screens, like drags and middle ball screens, and kind of let the point guard and the big play the little two-man game, and just kind of how we space the floor too. Like there's never really anybody in the way when we're getting buckets and stuff like that, so it was cool. Range. I feel like Thunder Nation has kind of seen me do that little back cut now a lot. I got that kind of my freshman year, just kind of reading the defense, just trying to figure out like, whose head turns and stuff like that, just to kind of get a couple easy points here and there. Good half spin. A lot of these are on Gonzaga. Anyway, oh, this game was crazy. This game, I actually did a lot of stuff that I had never like really done in a game. Like I don't really shoot a lot of like step back threes. Watch me play and things like that. I'm definitely a capable three-point shooter. I like shooting threes, so, and I think just that's how the NBA is now. But yeah, like stuff like this was just like when you get hot, you kind of just shoot heat check shots, and this was definitely one of them. I kind of got enough space to do a little punch dribble and then got back to the three. So this is pretty tough. It's actually one of my favorite moves I did from this year. Easy. A lot of my stuff was like, I just had been in the pick and roll for years, so that I kind of was able to like manipulate it and like figure out what I wanted to do each time. And then other times it was just kind of like, shout out my coaches, they kind of let me do whatever, but oh, that's tough. G Will got to dunk that. He's telling me to throw a lob. But yeah, a lot of it was just like go make the right reads and kind of just, they let me kind of rock out. So a lot of it was just predicated on trusting me to make the right play each time. Again, Joseph gets behind the roll, easy layup. But yeah, this is actually like, it's weird because I don't play on the ball as much as I do now, or as much as I did then with the Thunder. Just obviously we have Shea and Josh, so we have two really good creators. So I'm doing more like in a role like this where I'm trailing or kind of going to the wing and stuff, but just being able to use the reps that I had at Santa Clara to then further that. And when I'm in the situation to have like pick and rolls and stuff, I know what I'm doing and I'm pretty confident in that. But it only helps me, man. I feel like the more diverse you can be as a hooper, you extend your years playing. So right now we're kind of going to be in like a little double drag set. PJ Pipes is in the corner, Keys running to the wing. So we got a lot of spacing. So it gives me a lot of room to kind of operate within this right wing. So this should be pretty cool. I think just as a scorer and a point guard, when you have an open side like this, and it makes these two defenders on the weak side really have to choose, and then these three defenders all have to get their coverage right. And I feel like the more ball screens you set, like the more opportunity you give for them to mess up. So it actually ends up working out pretty well. Yo-Yo and Parker coming to set it. Give him a little move just to kind of get him below the screen. So now he feels that he's late. So yeah, so now that he's below the kind of screen, it forces them to switch, and they didn't really want him in the ball screen, I think, just because of how late he is. And then Park actually does a good job of hitting him. Josip clears out number one. So now he has the role. So now the bottom defender basically has to make a choice on which role he's going to take. And as you can see, I actually draw them up, and they did a good job of screening both. So you can actually see they actually cleared both of them out. So now I kind of have a pretty easy read. He has a choice to make because now the big is kind of switched up on me. So, I mean, if he wants to step out the water and be that high on me, then obviously, you know, I can go by him, and then we have a kind of help situation that he has to choose. And Keyshawn's a great shooter playing for the Jazz right now. So, I mean, he kind of has to make a choice. And obviously, PJ's another knockdown shooter. So the bottom low man doesn't know what to do. Josip's wide open, probably screaming for the ball. And I'm able to kind of give him a no look, a pass where only he can get it, and he gets a catch. Yeah, just kind of plays like that, just like free flowing stuff. So it was really easy to just jump in with the Thunder. I got the bucket. Again, just trying to set up. The defender actually does a really good job coming off getting over the screen. I also didn't really set it up that well. I didn't let JB get set all the way, but he actually does a good job kind of big stepping over the screen and squares me up. But now I'm just kind of looking at his lead foot, attacking his high foot and trying to get to the rim. Usually when our bigs roll, they try and seal out the way. So now I can kind of get by him and give him a little head fake. He's, you know, popcorn jumping, so able to kind of get a little lay. It's actually pretty cool. As you can see, they're trying to blitz here during this little screen. JB actually notices it and slips out early. Really smart play. So I'm looking at JB the whole time. I'm also looking at the backside defender. The two on the same side defenders right here, ball side defenders, have to respect my drive, otherwise I'm gonna get a layup. Yeah, so I'm really reading backside help. I'm pretty sure that's Mitchell, if I'm not. It's kind of blurry, but yeah, I'm just reading him. JB's doing a good job of kind of staying almost level with me in a passing range, so I'm kind of able to make a kind of a crazy pass. I don't even think the roller can really see it. The backside help is too high. And if he did shrink, then I have a great shooter in the wing. So I don't know how I actually was able to kind of throw that pass. I got a little lucky, I guess. But yeah, made a pretty good pass to JB. He ended up getting a really good lay. This is another one. I can already tell that they're trailing really hard. So our plan was basically to have JB slip out of this and Josip get a good crackdown right here on this screen. It's going to force 12 to make a decision. JB is going to end up slipping out because now with the good screen, he's going to be late, so they're forced to switch. JB's going to get a wide open slip roll into a dunk, one of his only dunks of the year. This is just taking advantage of a switch. You know, two bigs in a pick and roll is something you always want. Come here. Good shot. It's another one, jump out, blitz, beat the big is late, so I'm going to beat him around, and then that way he's going to take out his own man. Bottom guy is stuck with his own, doesn't see the roll. doesn't think I can get the pass there, and Josip gets an easy layup. It's probably gonna be my last clip shown, just from league.him. Basically reading the defense here. They've been icing, BYU's notorious for icing screens. They're trying to force everything baseline, so knowing that, taking my time, having Parker get a good screening angle to come down and set the screen, and then having him slip out. So now the guy's basically giving me the whole left side with no help from the corner. Now I'm just able to kind of get into his body, probe a little bit. Now it's one-on-one. Low man has to make a decision on if he's going to help, and if he does, Parker gets a dunk. And if he doesn't, I'm going to get a layup. He's a little lazy with his help, and Parker actually does a good job of sealing him, and I end up getting a little Euro step layup. And then, you know, my dad's big on, like, running the floor. You know, you can get 6 to 8 points like that. Just running, filling the lanes. I end up getting a dunk. Pretty sure I travel a little. I don't want to watch that clip. It's more.